Aloha and welcome. My name is Taylor Norris, and I am a galactic astrologer, quantum soul guidance practitioner, and Reiki practitioner and teacher. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you about the Libra new moon that is coming up on Tuesday, October 21st. And we're going to look at the medical astrology. I have some medical astrology tips I'm going to share with you about the Libra moon. And we're also going to look at the astrology chart, the galactic alignments, the Sabian symbol, and really get a feel for what this new moon is inviting us into. And before I do that, I would like to invite you to the Libra New Moon Reiki and Astrology and Reiki share that I am sharing on October 20th, I believe. Yes, October 20th. That is a Monday, and that is a free event where I will share about the astrology for the Libra moon cycle, the whole next month. Usually, we'll take a look at and also share a channeled Reiki journey that brings in the planets and the galactic and the star alignments and really goes very deep into those galactic and cosmic and astrological realms and aligns with those frequencies. So I hope you will join us there for that event. I host these every new moon, and you can look in the description below this video to RSVP for free on my website, taylornorrisreiki.com. So we will get right into it. The medical astrology, fantastic book and resource here. Judith Hill, all of her books on medical astrology are really wonderful, very helpful, very, very practical. And so this is about the Libra moon. So at this time, body fluids and electromagnetic energies pull readily to the kidneys, ovary, lower back, waist, and adrenals. And so the moon is the distributor of life force, and the moon is distributing the life force of the sun and all the stars and all the cosmos throughout our whole body, but especially the Libra body zone, which includes kidneys, ovary, lower back, waist, and adrenals. The Libra moon is useful for pain relief. Remember, it's ruled by Venus, and also for quelling excessive histamine response, or at least for harvesting or tincturing medicines for that purpose. Libra moon is magnetic, again, Venus ruled, affects acid alkaline balance and balance of hormones, electrolytes, and salt, may increase kidney filtration or urination, increases vertigo in those prone, and also the desire for sugar and alcohol. Venus substances, sugar, wanting that sweetness. So be mindful of that, especially if you have blood sugar issues. Libra moon is a pleasant, sociable, and relaxing influence, anodyne, pain relieving, and it calms aggression. It's a great time if you're an herbalist to harvest, decoct, or administer kidney, vein, and ovary nourishing herbs. And of course, if possible, you'll want to avoid scheduling a surgery for any of the Libra body zones, which include what I mentioned before: kidneys, ovary, lower back, waist, adrenals. At the same time, it's a great time to nourish the Libra body zone. So, really, really taking care of the kidneys and your adrenal glands and finding that sense of balance in your body. In finding that sense of balance in the body, it's also like finding what is out of balance and really coming into greater holistic balance. So, the mental body, the emotional body, the physical body, the soul and the spirit, the metaphysical and etheric bodies, the auric field, really tuning in and balancing all of that. This Libra moon will help us come into a greater sense of that balance frequency. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll look at the charts, the astrology. The new moon is exact on Tuesday, October 21st at 2:25 a.m. Hawaii time. And you can see in this chart here, the sun and the moon are together at 28 degrees Libra, 21 minutes. And so you'll want to find where is 28, 29 degrees of Libra in your astrology chart. Which house? Do you have a planet? Do you have a point? Do you have an angle there? If so, it will be opening a new beginning within that planet or that point's symbolism, and or it will be opening a portal of new beginnings in the astrological house and the life areas that it is occurring in. So that can really help us refine our new moon intentions. And the new moon is a great time to set intentions, which is part of the reason why I've been guided to share new moon astrology and Reiki shares for the last few years, really dialing in and focusing on the new moon and intention setting. I've been doing these Reiki shares since 2022, and increasingly the astrology has become a part of them. So, new moons, very, very activating time. I'm recording this video prior to the Aries full moon, and I can feel that fire within myself, that activation, that excitement. I had trouble sleeping last night, woke up, was just too charged and electrified. And I feel like this is definitely a calmer energy than the Aries full moon, but there is still a sense of like radical action because look at this Mars Mercury together in Scorpio at the time of the new moon. This is like not just talking our talk, but walking our walk and making sure our walk is in alignment with our talk and resolving any sense of dissonance. And this is occurring at a deep, no holds bars soul level as Mars and Mercury are in the sign of Scorpio, and Scorpio has absolutely no time for anything other than the root cause and what is the truth beneath the truth beneath the truth. So this is very deep, this is very powerful. This is like another indication in this chart that we could be receiving profound insights, awarenesses, activations, and being compelled to take whatever realizations and revelations we've been having and to put them into action. The new moon at 28 degrees 21 minutes is also conjunct dwarf planet Haumea, the Hawaiian goddess of fertility, who has to do with unification and unity consciousness, new earth consciousness, new earth paradigm, heaven on earth paradigm, that regeneration principle of that which has been let go, those doors that have closed, what has died in the work of Pluto in Aquarius and a lot of the scorpionic energy. How do we regenerate? How do we rise from the ashes? How do we rebirth and bring in that next level of new? And we have so much support with this as the new moon and Haumea are all in alignment with the Shapley Attractor. There are other alignments here, Izar, Star, and Boots, which I'm not super familiar with. I don't tend to tune in specifically to that star that often. I usually go to Shapley Attractor. So if any of you have profound experiences or insights about Izar and Boots constellation, please let me know below. What is drawing my attention and focus is this alignment to Shapley of the new moon and also Haumea. And Shapley Attractor, remember, essentially is the source origin of the known universe, the part of the universe that we are able to perceive at this time, knowing that the universe is expanding our awareness and our ability to perceive more of the entirety of the universe is rapidly expanding all the time. So this is like galactic consciousness, cosmic consciousness, universal consciousness, the universal beings of the light. This is really expanding our sense of perspective. And it is Shapley Attractor for a reason. There is powerful attraction energy that we can connect with, that we can harness at this time. What we need to let go of, let's go ahead and let go and release that at the same time. This is profoundly helpful for bringing in the new. This is the sacred void. This is the cosmic womb, one of the sacred voids, one of the cosmic wombs. And so there is such a need and a calling for stillness, for peace, for presence, but also that emptiness and that receptivity to what are you being compelled to co-create that's in alignment with the new earth paradigm, with the heaven on earth, with the earth human reality that you want to align with at this time. Venus is also in Libra, conjunct dwarf planet Makemake. Venus in her sign of rulership here is very much also supporting that profound attraction principle, that attraction and manifestation quality, that visualization. And Makemake has to do also with regeneration, new earth consciousness, systems consciousness. This is the Birdman of the Rapa Nui people on Easter Island, and there is so much regeneration, higher guidance, expanding perspective, shape shifting, the seeds and the plan and the map of that which we are calling in and creating. The we're in this time of transition now, but there is opportunity to begin and continue co-creating this new paradigm and the systems and the structures that you believe in and feel right to you. So I feel like we're getting stronger glimpses of what some of those are. And again, if you're in kind of the washing machine, if you're in the confusion, if you're just not sure yet, know that that's okay and that's divinely timed too. That not everybody is going to be in the awareness and the knowingness of the actions, and that's okay. But some will be, and to know that we are supported in those action steps. And there's a continued willingness and engagement in releasing, letting go, and not getting overly bogged down or dwelling on what we are releasing and letting go. Allowing space for sacred rage, for emotional processing, for heart healing, for whatever emotionally and feeling wise needs to come up. This is much of what Mars and Mercury and Scorpio, even Haumea and Scorpio, also Jupiter and Cancer, the sign of the emotional body, our emotional experience. Cancer zodiac sign ruled by the moon. So this can be very emotional. No need to go too much into the story. Uranus and Gemini, Sedna and Gemini saying, let us liberate from the story. Please and thank you. Let's bring in the new story and write the new story and the new scripts that we want to follow and empower here. As Scorpio can be a sign that holds on, holds on, holds on, holds a grudge. And I feel like we're being advised to not do that, especially North Node, South Node align with Eridanus, the starry river of life, Achernar at the mouth of the river. It's like, let go, let it go into the river. It's okay. It need not burden you any longer. Orcus here with the South Node. Let's go ahead and let go of those soul contracts that no longer serve your highest good so that the correct, divinely aligned soul contracts can come in that are serving the greater mission of your life, of your collective, of your soul family, that there are healthy soul contracts that are coming in and need to come in as you let go and release and shut the doors that need to be shut at this time. So there's a a balance of that too. And you may be more on that end of, oh, I'm just shutting lots of doors, or maybe new doors and partnerships are coming. Remember, Libra is the sign of relationships and partnerships. So at this time, there can be new partnerships that are coming in, new connections, especially with women, with feminine beings, or with beings that are really in the custodianship, the stewardship, the nurturance of the divine feminine, of the earth, of beauty, of balance, of peace. And this is all being very magnified here because, as you can see, this new moon is in a separating square, first quarter square to Jupiter and Cancer, and it's actually a part of a T square as the new moon is separating from its opposition with both Chiron and Eris. And this is part of the reason why emotions could be big. There can be a lot of heart healing, emotional healing, deep inner healer, teacher, the wounds that we carry that maybe we will have for life, or ones that will continue to inform us as healer, teacher, guides, mentors. Sacred rage, symbolized by dwarf planet Eris here, that some of this can be expanded at this time, but at the same time, we can reach in to that healing energy, that life force energy, to letting go of the structures and the ways of being and the ways of thinking and the ways of being in relationship that no longer serve our highest good, letting those go and to allow our emotional bodies to clean and clear and purge those so that we can be in our full sense of sovereignty, supported in community, supported in relationship, and make the best and the most of what these outer planets are guiding us into, with Pluto and Aquarius trining Uranus and Gemini, and Sedna and Gemini aligned to the stars of the Pleiades, and Saturn and Neptune, Saturn retrograde in Pisces, Neptune retrograde in Aries at the midpoint of this trine. So also in this harmonious flow of energy in terms of our spiritual sovereignty, our grassroots and community efforts that are egalitarian, that are inclusive, that are serving the highest good of all, that, yes, do have to do with new paradigms of liberation that are, in some cases, using technology to create communities of spiritual sovereignty, for example, or are otherwise empowering spiritual sovereignty and other emanations of that sovereignty energy of Aries zodiac sign. So we really are very supported by the outer planets, and this lunation is showing kind of more that day-to-day microcosm, what is going on here. Something else to mention, Mercury opposing Capulus star and Perseus constellation. This is a star in the prince, the warrior prince Perseus. And this is a star Capula, super, super powerful. One of the Bohemian stars, I believe, power star. And it's one where, since Mercury is aligned, it's like we really need to make sure we are focusing on what we want to manifest and co-create, because this is another indication that our manifestation powers are very strong. Mercury with Capulus and Mars approaching that alignment with Capulus as well, that our words, our thoughts, our actions, our deeds are really strong now and have that manifestation power. So to be mindful of that, thoughtful and considerate of that. Scorpio tends to be a sign that will be very thoughtful and considerate of that, unless unless they're pushed to their edge, and they're not here. So this signifies that manifestation power. New moon with Haumea, all with Shapley, signifies that manifestation power. Venus with Makemake in Libra signifies that manifestation power of the map of the new plan and the new paradigm. Venus all about manifestation and attraction, extra strong in her home sign here. And Jupiter in Cancer is like, let's make it up. Like let's expand it. Let's make it really, really big here. Jupiter conjunct Procyon star in Canis Minor constellation is also saying seize those opportunities as they manifest because they may not be around for long. I also feel like this new moon is being potentized by the fact that Neptune is holding its position at the very first degree of Aries, the very first degree of the zodiac, and is about to slip back into the zodiac sign of Pisces. And so we really are getting that pure surge of life force energy and creational energy, and even a window or a portal into the new beginnings that will be coming through and coming into greater visibility and perceptibility beginning in January of next year and certainly into February of next year as well. But there really is such a strong presence of communication, of change, of social opportunities, opportunities for connections, new connections, renewed connections, and really coming together with like-minded and like-hearted individuals, new partnerships, new communities, new ways of co-creating and being together, and really bringing in and manifesting the new forms. So to definitely take Jupiter in Cancer aligned to Procyon star, any opportunities and possibilities as they arise for you to seize them and to know that the energy is supporting you, that the action and the connections and the next steps will present themselves, but we're really being supported. As you can see, Jupiter is in trine to Mars and Mercury, and Mars and Mercury are in trine to, they're separating and they're trine to the north node of the moon in Pisces, and then building this trine to Saturn in Pisces, and then also to Neptune in Aries and Neptune as it slips back into Pisces. So it's like whatever waters and emotions are coming up, let them fuel passionate, aligned, clear, dream inspired actions and trajectories for greater growth, learning, and stabilizing and grounding in the new forms and the new structures that are built in, rooted in the new consciousness that is birthing through each of us. So this really is such a powerful activation, so many beautiful stars, and of course the black hole Shapley Attractor really supporting us, bringing in the new, releasing the old, the stagnant energies, the toxic energies. South Node and Orcus and Virgo, releasing those toxic energies, releasing any kind of sacred rage, any kind of wounding or trauma or aggravations at this time, so that we can anchor in that balance, that fairness, the beauty, the peace, the new systems, the new forms, the new ways of coming together in supportive, co-creative communities that support our ongoing evolution and thriving. I'll also share here the Sabian symbol for Libra 29, mankind's vast and enduring effort to reach for knowledge transferable from generation to generation. A deep sense of participation in and commitment to social processes which seek to bring to all men truth and a greater life. The most characteristic trait in human nature is the ability to bind time, that is, to transfer to other men as yet unborn the harvest of his conscious experiences and his deliberate endeavors. This ability far transcends instinct and biological mutations, for it is based on consciousness, choice, will, and self-sacrifice for the sake of future human beings. It rests upon a deep feeling of the value of community. Its use increases this feeling and eventually destroys the roots of loneliness. This fourth stage symbol suggests the technique that makes a life truly human, to join other men and women in the vast process of a living civilization is to fulfill the basic implications of the human stage of cosmic evolution, a stage characterized by conscious participation. So there is this sense of community and refinement and the realization that we're never alone. We're never, ever, ever alone. We're always surrounded by our loved ones, our sacred ones, our beloved ones, our entire spiritual support team, and increasingly, too, by loving human beings that each of us are calling in and have already called into our life experiences, and that there's so much more possibility for healthy and beautiful partnerships and communal relationships as well. This co creation of a living civilization, this call to conscious participation in cosmic evolution, in human consciousness evolution. So, this really does feel like a call to action. I know the Aries full moon is certainly feeling like many different calls to action. And this Libra new moon is also having this resonance with a call to conscious participation in conscious evolution. That how beautiful this line, this ability far transcends instinct and biological mutations, for it's based on consciousness, choice, will, and self sacrifice for the sake of future human beings. And I would maybe not say the self sacrifice, but being in alignment with the awareness that there will be future human beings. So to make sure our actions are in alignment with that greater understanding that what we do now matters beyond just our immediate perceivable reality. So, in what way are you being called to consciously participate in cosmic evolution? This is a beautiful question to live and to journey into as we enter and receive the blessings of the portal of this Libra new moon, supercharged with the attraction life force of Shapley Attractor. It does feel like an opportunity to have this awakening of life force energy within us, a Shakti Kundalini type of experience. So I know I am looking forward to this new moon. I hope that if you feel so called, you will join us for the October 20th free Libra new moon astrology and Reiki share. You can RSVP for free on my website, taylornorrisreiki.com. And that is also where you can learn more about my one-on-one Galactic Astrology soul readings and Reiki journey sessions. And if you're unsure about those one-on-ones, I would encourage you to visit my testimonials page where you can see many different beautiful testimonials of different experiences. And so I really wish you the most beautiful, blessed, abundant Libra new moon. Aho, amen, namaste, and so it is. Mahalo.